Hello and welcome to another in a series of video casts dealing with how to work with Schoology. Today we're going to be talking about an introduction to posting assignments and updates in Schoology. There are several ways to go about posting an assignment on Schoology. I'll show you the way that I habitually do it. You want to start on the main Schoology page by finding the courses or the course dashboard and clicking on those tabs. This is what clicking on the Courses tab leads you to. You should see a tab for each course you have. It will have a standard picture for the courses at first, but you can edit the picture for the course to change it if you want at another time, like I've already done. Clicking on the course dashboard will give you a slightly different view of your courses, and you may have to scroll down the page to find the class you want. But you have the same information available to you here. Find the class you're interested in and click on that class's tab. Find the Add Materials pull-down menu and click on it once you've entered your course page. You now have several options about what you want to add. If you have an item saved in a resource file, you can choose that option, or you can add new materials by clicking one of the other options. Suppose I want to add a new assignment. I can click on Add Assignment and I will go to a new page. A new pop-up window will appear. You need to give the assignment a name in the name box. This is required. All new assignments have to have a name, as updates or anything else. You can provide a brief description or directions for the assignment in the description box. You have options to add a file. That would be the leftmost icon. A link, that's just to the right of the file icon. A resource in the middle of the 5 icons there. An audio or video recording, or an external tool to the assignment. You can assign a due date, a time that it must be turned in by. This option becomes visible once the due date is selected. The default setting is 11:59 p.m. for the day that you select. You can also leave this blank or put in some other time. And a point value for the assignment. The default position for point values for assignments is 100 points, but you can put in however many points you want. If you use categories to determine your class average for the course, you can select which category the assignment belongs in. So for instance, I have a homework category, a lab report category, and a test quiz category. And I would select one of those at this point in time. As you scroll down the pop-up window, you can see I've already put in a category, quizzes and tests. Leave the period alone. That's something the school sets. Do not check set as midterm final. This is not used by the school. I leave the factor as 1.00. What that factor does is it multiplies the assignment to give it an extra weight within whatever category you're dealing with. So I just leave my factor as 1.00 all the time. We're using the scale that the school has set, which is a numeric scale. So I leave that in place. You can use learning objectives to align the assignment to standards if you wish. There are preset objectives already loaded into Schoology that you can select from, or you can provide custom objectives if you wish. You now have several options at the bottom of the pop-up window. The first option to the left is to individually assign the assignment. If you click on that, a new window appears in this pop-up window, or a new box that you can fill in appears in this pop-up window, and you're given space to select the students you want to do this particular assignment. Moving to the right, you can lock the assignments so that it cannot be worked on until you are ready for the students to work on. This is useful if you want everyone to start on the work at the same time, or to have the work be done only in class, etc. Continuing our move to the right, the folder with the green arrow down, when highlighted, allows students to electronically submit the assignment to you. So if you put a file in with the assignment, the students open up that assignment, they complete the assignment, then they can electronically submit that work back to you if you select on Submissions Enabled, which is this green button right here, or this green and brown icon right here. The green dot allows the assignment to be published to the students so it's visible to them. The gray circle right here where the cursor is pointing involves grade statistics, and if activated, allows students to see how everyone in the class did. I would suggest keeping that turned off. The dialog balloon right here enables you to make comments on the assignment for each student. The last option right here, which is a clipboard with a piece of paper on it, that last option to the right allows you to copy the assignment to other courses. When you click on that, you can see that the clipboard now becomes dark. You'll get a list of all your classes. If you check on a particular class, the square turns blue with the check mark appearing in it. Clicking on that brings up some extra information that you're going to have to fill out. It asks you to add the due date for that class and the time that it'll be accepted by. This is because not all of our classes meet on the same day for the same type of course, for the same type of assignment. So you can have to add in what day this particular assignment for this particular class that meets with you is going to take place. And you can leave the time that it has to be submitted blank, or you can put in a particular time there. You can add in which folder in the new class the assignment's going to go in, or you can leave it as none and it'll just go in the main feed for that particular class where the students can find it. Again, you have to select the category. If you leave it as ungraded, it's not going to appear in the grade book. So it's often important to click on the category and put it in the appropriate location. And again, the skill rubric, I just leave as numeric all the time. Once you've done this, added this information for all the classes you're copying the assignment to, and if you have 3 classes, you have to do this for each of the 3 classes that you're selecting additionally. You go to the bottom of the main pop-up window down here where you can see the cursor is, and click on the Create button to save the assignment. Moving away without creating the assignment will cause your work to be lost. I know that from personal experience. Adding an update, in other words, a message for your class, means navigating back to the main page for the course. You can find updates right here in the circle or the oval under the materials on the left-hand side menu. When you click on the updates, you see this box. This box will appear. You click on that and the box that you can type in will appear. You can type in the box your message to the students. You can also add a link, a file, a link, a resource, an audio or video recording, or a poll to update. You can also copy the update to other classes by clicking on the clipboard with the piece of paper on it. Clicking on this dialog balloon next to the post and checking the megaphone that appears makes this update an announcement that will appear on the student's message board when Schoology first uploads for the student. When you're finished with all the information being put in, click on Post, and the students will be able to read it on the page for the class. Plus, if you've made it an announcement, it'll be on the main feed for the students as well. For assignments, I have successfully used Microsoft Word Docs as files being added, Google Docs, and PDF file formats. Google Doc works quite well with Schoology, and it's easy for the students to electronically submit their work back to you for grading. Adding any other materials, such as assessments, tests, quizzes, discussions, and so on, work in much the same way, and Schoology helps you along step by step in the process. I encourage you to try using one type of information first, and then a second, etc. Don't worry if you make mistakes. We're all in this together. If you have any questions concerning the assignment and update features on Schoology, feel free to contact Bethany Brandt or Kevin Spengler. Have a good day. Thank you for your attention.